Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to Today in Bitcoin. Today is August the 9th, 2017. Buy and hold. Get rich by desiring little. Pure commitment to Bitcoin. All right, so you might be asking, Adam, why are you here at the regular time? Aren't you supposed to be in Dublin now? Oh, well, Wow Air canceled my flight, but we will get to that in a second. Right now, you're looking at the cryptohwwallet.com, everything that they sell. They've got leather cases and cool things for your Trezor, and I got my discount code below. So check out the link section below to get all of that cool stuff, including your leather case for your Trezor or your storage devices. It's got a cool crypto wallet logo on it. Here, why don't I show you what it looks like here? Yeah, there it is. It's in my, you see it there? Hang on, I got to close this. All right, so there it is. You see it? It's awesome. Trezor, get it below. Get a free t-shirt from them too. All right. So links also always check out the notes section below, because we have links to This Week in Bitcoin, the Saturday show, the Monday show, the Tuesday show. We have all sorts of shows. So yeah, my flight got canceled to Dublin, and that was Wow Air doing it the last second. Something is going on at BWI. They canceled the flights for the next 4 days on Wow Air. It stops in Iceland first. I don't know what the heck is up, but I am committed to Bitcoin. I am committed to getting to Dublin, Ireland, okay? Because I got to be there. Saturday, I am going to an event, and that event is linked to below. I'm not like speaking at the event, but I'm meeting people at the event, and I promised someone I would be at that event, and I'm committed. So I am taking a bus to Newark, New Jersey in the morning, and I'm flying out of Newark instead of, with WOW. WOW is, you get what you pay for. It's a cheap airline, okay? So this is what's happened, but I'm still coming to Dublin. People, I didn't want to say, some people I emailed right away and said it might get delayed. So it's delayed by a day. All right, so let's get into current events here with Bitcoin. The mainstream media, I have a link to, I think it's CNBC or somebody showing a segment about Bitcoin. They're showing televised segments about Bitcoin now. This is, what a world. I knew that the $3,000, the all-time high, it would trigger a new mainstream acceptance, and perhaps this acceptance is going to be the norm. They're going to have they're going to show the S&P, they're going to show the Nasdaq, and they're going to show the Bitcoin price now. So that's awesome. That's awesome. Notice how they show the Bitcoin price and not any other cryptocurrencies called price, because Bitcoin, the most people, that is cryptocurrency. Anyway, you can try to argue that, but look at the main. Look, just ask people in reality. Travel around. Ooh, this leather case. Look at it. So, what else? Oh yeah. So I linked below, and again, I've got some good links below. You got to really check these out today, because you learn a lot about Bitcoin by checking out these links. There's an epic 59-part Twitter storm, okay, by Sovereign Independent. I forget what he calls himself. That's his hand. Anyway, it's some of it. It's about SegWit2x. It's about SegWit. It's about the state of Bitcoin right now. And something he says that's interesting is that the Bcash is a place where the big blockers can play now. They can do their thing. Why do they need the 2x part of SegWit2x? We have SegWit. Most people are against the 2x part that might be coming in November. So will these dudes back down now that they have Bcash to play in? I don't know, but pound that like button. Pound that like button, all you live viewers out there and everyone out there. And again, I don't see you in the chat. I'm going to actually open it for 1 second. Oh, Johnny NY just gave me $5 there. That was awesome, dude. So remember, if you are in the chat and you want to deal with fiat currency and everything, I take fiat currency with the super chat. Thanks for the things you do for the Bitcoin community. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you. That's really nice of you. It's really, really, really nice of you, man. And hopefully we'll meet one day. So I don't know, Johnny NY. I'll be at I'll be at Penn Station for a certain amount of time tomorrow. Actually, the bus goes to Penn Station in New York. Then I have to get on the train to go to Newark. I know what I'm doing, but it's me. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know if you're in New York or not, but so I'm going to be all over the from Baltimore to New York to Newark tomorrow, and then I'm going to end up in Iceland and Dublin. But I am making it there, and I'm really looking forward to Dublin because these WoW airline dudes have given me. And by the way, I recommend when you get into a situation like this with an airline canceling like 4 hours before your flight, you get on Twitter and start tweeting at them. That's what saved me. Well, sort of. I mean, be aggressive. Be aggressive. That you can see the tweets I did with them and stuff. You can follow me at TechBalt, by the way. That's linked to below also. And I do retweet things all day that have to do with Bitcoin mostly. But today there was something about WoW Airline. And WoW has been all right to me before. And I'm going to go on them to go to Spain in October. So I hope they're good to me now again. But ooh, their customer service is definitely based in India. Whoa, that was hard to deal with. But it worked. Hey, man, I'm going to Newark tomorrow. Keep your fingers crossed that they don't cancel that too. So down below, another link to from Joe Saint 4. This is a dude. I like him a lot. He follows me, and he says, although I feel Eric Voorhees was aligned with users through most of my time in Bitcoin, promoting the 2x part of SegWit2x is in opposition, switching to Changelly. So this dude says, man, Eric Voorhees, the guy who's in charge of Shapeshift, he supports the 2x people. He's down with those people. I am moving over to Changelly, which is a competitor of what's the name of Eric Voorhees' company, which I just mentioned the name of, and I can't even think of it, Shapeshift. So retweet this dude's tweet below. Seriously, retweet it. This is the type of thing people need to do. Boycotts and, put some pressure on some of these vocal 2x people. Because again, there doesn't need to be a block size increase. They can play over there in Bcash. Bcash is doing fine. Look at Bcash. There's some newbies that are telling me that I should buy Bcash, even though I'm getting so much of it for free, that I should buy it. I should buy it. Yeah. All right. So, but again, if you like big blocks, go play in Bcash. There you go. And don't buy Bcash. Seriously, my recommendation is don't buy it. You're getting it for free. Come on, people. Come on. If you're getting it for free, you never really want to buy anything that you're getting for free. And let the other people buy it and just pump up the price of your free thing. I mean, if I'm trying to tell the truth here, I'm telling you what I'm doing. But yet the people who are doing the opposite of what I'm doing are giving my free thing much more value. And I'm doing pretty well here. So anyway, what else? Bitcoin governance. Bitcoin governance is all over the place. So this Morkos, I forgot his first name. He says that the 2x is a bad governance model. He wrote a Medium post about it. I linked to it below. Here's a quote, and it's a combination of a quote. He quotes Adam Bach at first. If a few companies or even a cluster of companies can effectively take control of Bitcoin governance and force a change, that is definitional failure of Bitcoin's decentralized value proposition in itself. Adam Back. And the guy says, I think this is one of the least understood reasons for opposing the New York agreement announced hard fork in November. So, read that article. Now, another dude out there named Bartel C.E. Schurz, and I linked to his Twitter, I linked to his Medium post below. He has a post about the Bitcoin's governance model, the secret challenge Satoshi gave us. And he has some interesting theories that through evolution, humans are prone to kind of be followers or to just be dictators almost. And that the model of Bitcoin is against the governance model of Bitcoin with its consensus or close to consensus is against our evolutionary model, but it defeats it. It defeats big egos. So I thought that was very interesting that the big egos that are now, there are a lot of big egos that are trying to fork Bitcoin and everything. No need to name their names. I never do. But that even though that's their evolutionary right, that they're, they've evolved that way, that Bitcoin will defeat them. So these are some interesting topics that go a little deep, but do check out those links below. I found them to be interesting. And mind expanding. Expand your mind without doing drugs, people. Pound that like button. Learn. All right. So yesterday, when I was in a big rush and I was very tired, I completely mangled something that I wanted to say about Ethereum and the Bcash situation. So Ethereum people out there at certain times, it can be very competitive with Bitcoin people and try to make this a big sport. But in the end of the day, and they might have plunge protection teams that boost up the price, and it's a different battle than what Bitcoin and Bcash have. Okay, that's the Ethereum Bitcoin thing is more of a competition. One isn't trying to kill the other one or anything like that. I mean, maybe Ethereum is the Ethereum fans are trying to become the next Bitcoin. They just want their thing to go up. They want it to go up. So there you get your plunge protection team. That's why I brought that up. But it's the people behind Bcash, the people behind China Coin, FUD Coin, just the real founders of it, that they want to take over Bitcoin. They want to hijack Bitcoin. They want to be Bitcoin. They want to have a centralized Bitcoin. And it's sinister. It's a sinister campaign. So you can hate on Ethereum or whatever and Ethereum fans, but they're not sinister. They're not trying to kill Bitcoin. They're not trying to take over Bitcoin. They're not trying to, it's a different battle. It's a different battle. And I don't think there should be any battles, but we have to admit why Bcash was created here, okay? I mean, this was not a friendly fork. Now, if the newbies are going to keep it around 0.1 Bitcoin and you feel comfortable splitting your Bitcoin into Bcash, then yeah, you got to turn it into Bitcoin. Yeah, whatever. Nothing wrong with that. But don't buy it. I mean, again, buying it is supporting these people. So that's, I mean, everyone knows what I preach here. I say just to buy Bitcoin, but I do not speculate on Bcash either. Speculate on Ethereum, whatever. I mean, a lot of people think, Adam, you hate Ethereum, and I don't hate Ethereum. I'm not one of those guys that calls Ethereum a scam. And, just because someone calls Ethereum a scam doesn't mean they're my enemy either. I mean, they're my friends. I got plenty of friends who call Ethereum a scam. But I'm saying I'm not one of those guys. This Bcash thing, and I like Ethereum Classic though more than Ethereum, obviously. And I think Ethereum should have a cap on the amount of Ethereum that's produced, but that's a different story. The Bcash thing is sinister. It is, so it's different. And that's what I tried to bring up yesterday, and I totally mangled it. And guess what, guys? Sometimes you mangle what you're thinking. You can't be perfect with these shows. I've done, 600 of them. They can't all be perfect. They're not all prepared to. Some are very rushed, and, sometimes life gets in the way. But I wanted to clear that up. And speaking of Ethereum, and also, going before we get back into Ethereum, I wanted to say that the longer that Bcash stays around 0.1 BTC, I mean, it's going to become, that ratio is going to be something that people just prop up, people get used to. And I mean, like it or not, sinister or not, it could stay at around point. I mean, go to 0.08. That's still close to 0.1, dudes. I mean, it's better than $5 for God's sakes. It could stay around 0.1 for until we get to this SegWit, until we get to November, until that FUD starts to come around. And I'm going to talk about that in a second. But I did want to mention that the trading volume of Ethereum is huge, and the price is up. And this is probably because Bitstamp has announced they're going to add it. I assume that's the reason that Ethereum started pumping on Tuesday night. So I wanted to bring that up because, and I think maybe some money from Bcash maybe flowed into there after that. I don't know. There could be some weird three-way flows now because Ethereum's still a major player. There's still major corporate interest involved in it. So it's gonna have some effect on these Bcash dudes too. So keep an eye on that. Again, I linked to the Dublin event below that I'm going to be at. Pound that like button. All right. I wanted to bring up this Russian government. And there's an article about, it's very interesting that Putin, a company that's associated with Putin, obviously, in different countries, sometimes there are these state-controlled or semi-controlled entities, companies, and obviously they are favored by the government, maybe owned by people in the government. And one of them in Russia is getting into mining to compete, Bitcoin mining, to compete with China, and they're going to have like an ICO. Okay, now don't buy this ICO. I wouldn't trust that. I don't trust any ICO. Don't get all pumped like, oh yeah, I'm going to get on the Putin's thing, man. I'm investing in. No, I wouldn't advise doing that. But what's very interesting is that a semi-government entity or a government entity is clearly getting into the Bitcoin space, or as clear as a Russian entity can, at least. So this brings up what we've all wondered: is when is there going to be a country that's going to be buying up Bitcoin to store as like gold, as a store of value type of thing? Because that's going to have a major effect on the price. So keep an eye on Russian government interest in Bitcoin. Will this venture be a success? Does Putin really have something to do with it? Who knows? Who knows? There has to be, they're clear. They know about Bitcoin. They know about cryptocurrency, and it's very obvious now. And things are progressing in the space. I mean, this is progress, although it is shady, clearly shady. They want to do it. They want to fund it or whatever. I mean, again, don't help fund that. And by the way, I mean, if you buy that thing, I mean, that might be against a number of U.S. federal laws. I don't know. Dude, I don't know what that's about, dude. So you got to be careful when you're buying some of these things. There are a lot of laws out there. There are a lot of laws in the United States when you're dealing with other countries and buying things from countries that are vilified in your own country. So, all right, Bcash. Oh yeah. So let's go back to Bcash and possible price. And yeah, and also with Russia, they talked about it competing with China in a bit. So is China going to start? I mean, it's so interesting. It's so interesting. We're on the verge of one of these countries just admitting it that they are hoarding Bitcoin. That will be awesome. If you hear that Putin's got a hoard of Bitcoin over in the Kremlin, then that's freaking awesome. Then it's time to pound that like button. And I don't like Putin. I don't like the Kremlin. I do not. I'm not going to get into all that. All right. So, Bcash and Coinbase. I did not mention before that obviously they have until January 1st, they say, to give the Bitcoin holders on Coinbase their Bcash. And is that going to be the final test for Bcash? Like because right now, a lot of people who are entitled to Bcash don't have Bcash, haven't split their Bitcoin off from their Bcash. So that Coinbase thing could be a big flow of Bcash into the market. And if it's sustainable after that, I mean, this thing could be real for longer than a lot of people predicted. Again, I don't say buy it. I mean, how could you buy it now if everybody on Coinbase still hasn't gotten their Bcash for free? I mean, think of the logic there. I mean, again, if you're one of those trader guys, then whatever, be my guest. You're losing 90% of the time anyway, and you're going to say otherwise, but traders lose 90% of the time. I wouldn't try to flip Bcash. I mean, come on. What's that about? But anyway, if you're interested, I only think long term. So like if you're interested in Bitcoin, in Bcash as something beyond like 24 hours, then yeah, the Coinbase thing is going to play a role. I mean, the bigger thing that's going to happen is if SegWit2x, if there is no hard fork in November, if they just give up totally, they're all going to jump on the Bcash thing. All right. Because those dudes aren't giving up. And that will pump up Bcash. Whether you like Bcash or you hate Bcash or you think that it's sinister or whatever, if there is no SegWit2x hard fork, Bcash is going to get pumped, and that'll be in November. But if there is a SegWit2x and they form another Bitcoin altcoin, because Bcash is just a Bitcoin altcoin, then there's going to be Bitcoin and 2 Bitcoin altcoins that are hyped up. And obviously the SegWit2x, the 2x Bcash, the 2x altcoin of Bitcoin is going to do better than Bcash, and Bcash will probably drop at that point. What will be the point of Bcash at that point? You might be in big trouble in November. So you probably should split. If you're going to split, do it before SegWit2x. But don't worry about this stuff yet. Again, I am not worried about SegWit2x in terms of it threatening taking over Bitcoin. I mean, that's what they're trying to do. That's what they're trying to do with their proposed hard fork, their 2x hard fork in November. And we, as Bitcoin community members, we just got to keep on putting the truth out there, retweeting the good tweets, and just, hey man, we're not letting this thing become centralized. If you want to do your own Bcash style altcoin, fine, go to battle with those dudes. Be my guest, have fun, pound that like button, whatever your little slogan is. Go up to Newark tomorrow and fly out to Iceland and Dublin. All right, and I'm looking forward to it. And I'll say it before, and I will say it again, that it is these newbies, I mean, they are doing quite a job pumping up the Bcash thing, and some of them might be totally confused and think it's just like some discounted version of Bitcoin because of the name that they try to use. And, well, I can't afford Bitcoin, so let me get the discounted version. It's just as good. It's a tenth. It's only a tenth of the price. Only a tenth of the price. I mean, that might become its gimmick. It's only a tenth of the price. And and who knows? That again, that might keep it a tenth of the price, these newbies. So I wanted to, I mean, I know I've said it before, not all of you watch my videos, but I wanted to put it out there again. We've got so many newbies in this space. I mentioned yesterday how in that poll on CoinDesk, how people thought that Bitcoin itself was a better anonymous coin than Monero. And it just shows you, and yet probably all of those people are also trading altcoins and buying ICOs. That's the funny thing. That's the funny thing about it. And I'm not saying you have to know Monero either, but I'm just saying you should move up one step at a time. And a lot of people are just jumping around and skewing polls like that and pumping up Bcash and whatever. And people are saying to me just like, well, you don't know where I'm trying to warn people here. Because again, if I didn't warn people, it would actually financially benefit me. It would pump up Steam. It would pump up Bcash. These are things that I got for free that you guys want to pump up for some reason and buy. Spend your precious Bitcoin. And again, what is the mentality out there of people that have Bitcoin and feel like they must do something with it? Hold it. Just hold it. Golden hold, strong hand, whatever it's called, whatever my latest slogan is that I'm throwing out there. I mean, it's all about marketing, people. And tomorrow you're probably going to see a video that Craig Shipp and I did. It previously recorded, but no one's seen it yet. And it's about a little bit about marketing stuff, but business and whatever, you'll see. I butchered that. So there's a funny Bcash logo that I linked to that Cryptograffiti made. Cryptograffiti makes my other t-shirts that I'm usually wearing. You can get them down below with the Meister discount code, 10% off or something like that. Check it out. Check it out down below. All right. And finally, someone out there sent me a link to a video by a lady named Tony Lane Casserly, and she's just talking about blockchain. And, you know, there is a segment of the cryptocurrency community that just loves to say blockchain, loves to throw that out there. This was kind of like an old theme, but before the ICOs and before, you know, if you were around a year ago, you'll probably remember this. People would joke about all the people who would just say blockchain, 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 because Bitcoin was such a dirty word for a while. You might not know that if you're new to the space, but it was. And so this lady, and I don't know her, the video, you can make up your mind about the video. It's kind of cringy at times. And at the same time, maybe it will appeal to different people and get people into the space. I mean, I'm talking about how newbies can do silly things. It might appeal to certain newbies, actually, this video. I linked to it below. You can make up your own mind, see if you think it's cringeworthy. The person well, there are parts of it that are. I mean, the person who sent it to me was like, Adam, I don't know about this one. And so I've watched pieces of it, and there were some odd parts. She's got an interesting outfit on, really interesting outfit on. I mean, that's her taste. I wear some, I wear Bitcoin t-shirts for God's sake. She probably thinks that's really lame. But so yeah, check out the video, and you might get a flashback to the blockchain days. And tell me what you think. Don't leave rude things underneath the lady's thing. I mean, that's not nice. If you want to be a troll, troll me. I can take it. Trust me, man. Woo! I got them all over the place, baby. But it's a sign of success. It's a sign of success when you have trolls. If you don't have haters, then you're not controversial, man. So on that note, I will see a lot of you in Dublin very soon. I look forward to meeting you, and I'm glad that I'm going to be able to go out there if everything goes well. Pound that like button. Do check out the notes section below, because I referenced a lot of things in this video. Hope you enjoyed the video. Spread the word. I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video. Pound that like button. I'll say hello to you in the chat, and I got to pack soon, though. Bye.